There is plenty to talk about in the new Morrison ministry, and another bit of quiet history being made by the Liberal Party. The Labor Party makes a bit of noise, the Liberal Party often makes a bit of history. First up, there is the stability. This pretty new government is obviously going all right on the fundamentals. That's why it won the election. So the linchpins stay where they are in the reshuffle. People like Josh Frydenberg as Treasurer, Matthias Cormann in Finance, Angus Taylor in the energy area. He takes on emissions now as well, which is important. Matt Canavan in resources, Greg Hunt in health, Dan Tehan in education, and Christian Porter as the Attorney-General. But there's also continuity in foreign affairs with Maurice Payne staying there and Linda Reynolds, the Western Australian Senator, as promised, taking over in defence. There is a big focus on women in this second Morrison ministry. The Deputy Nationals leader, Bridget McKenzie, becomes the first woman to be Agriculture Minister. She'll join us live on the program in just a moment. Also, Susan Lee takes Environment, with Melissa Price thankfully deservedly demoted to the Outer Ministry. Jane Hume and Michelle Landry take Assistant Ministry roles as well. Now, I would have loved to have seen Boothby MP Nicole Flint get a Guernsey and also the novice Queensland Senator Amanda Stoker, but they've missed out and remain great prospects in the future, no doubt. I'll chat with Senator Stoker tonight too. Alan Tudge has been promoted into the Cabinet, which is a great move. Stuart Robert joins him, bolstering the Queensland representation. The two leading lights shooting through, I reckon, are a fascinating story. Arthur Sinodinos will go to Washington later in the year as the ambassador to the US, and this means his Senate spot will open up. And Jim Molan is likely to take that casual vacancy. That is a good move, but a bit of a shifting of jobs around there. There'll be claims of jobs for the boys, but good to get Jim Molan back or keep him in the Senate. And the Victorian Senator and Communications Minister Mitch Fifield is going to head to the UN job in New York. So he'll be the ambassador, Australia's ambassador at the UN. So he's got a Senate spot opening up too in Victoria, and that could go to the outgoing member for Corangamite, Sarah Henderson. It also means, though, of course, there's a new communications minister, and Paul Fletcher has got that job. He's got a telco background, so he'll be all over the NBN. But what we need in that portfolio is someone to shake up the ABC and make it adhere to its charter. Can Fletcher do that? Let's hope so. We'll certainly keep a close eye on it on this program and in Kenny on Media. And saving one of the best bits of news till last is Ken Wyatt, who joined me on this show last week when I raised this prospect with him. He has been appointed Indigenous Affairs Minister. He becomes the first Aboriginal Australian to serve in Cabinet and the first to be also serving as Indigenous Affairs Minister. Funny how Labor always talks and makes a big fuss about these sorts of historic achievements. They even tried to turn this into a campaign pitch this time around. But it's the Liberal Party most often that just goes ahead and chalks them up. Without quotas, without hoopla, just promoting people on merit and making a bit of history along the way. All up, it looks like a good team. Time for them now to show us what they can do without the constant pressure of self-inflicted chaos, minority government and a looming election. Now, as for the election, Labor frontbencher Claire O'Neill told the ABC today she'd worked out why they lost. They had the wrong policies, you don't say.
I wouldn't quite put it like ditch the policies. I think we need to step back and have a look at our platform. I think we brought the wrong platform to the election and we need to reconsider every aspect of it and have a really good look at why we really got this one so badly wrong.
Well, talk about the bleeding obvious. Some of us have been saying this all along. Some of us have always said that's why the coalition was going to be in with a good chance in this election. Some of us actually believe that choosing the right policies for the nation is actually the starting point of good politics. And as the election showed, those of us who think that way actually make up the majority.